Zooby zooby zoo. Zooby zooby
Hello,
zoo.
this is Malin, Miss Kitten Heart. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you have been here before. This is part 2 of my house tour. I have actually had the actual house tour filmed for quite some time. Today I'm doing a little bit of an intro, and I hope to have it uploaded and ready today, so I can look forward to doing the Christmas tour next week. I live in a small house in the northern part of Sweden. You could say that my decorating style is a little bit on the unique and personal side. I decorate in pretty dark colors. I love patterns and mixing patterns, which you can see behind me. I decorate very much on a budget, and if you stick around until the end of the video, you will know, I will let you know how much I actually spent on wallpapering and painting the entire house. A clue, it's not a lot. Yes, I thrift most of the things I buy. I DIY a lot of things. I love to remake and upcycle, and I love to find my own personal solutions to the problems that I come up against. So I hope you find this house tour inspiring. I will link to part 1 in the description below, and I will also link to my art wall tour, because I have so much art. I had to do an entire video with only my art walls. So in a way this is actually part 3, but this is an official part 2. And part 1 was on my downstairs. It was my kitchen and my living room. Part 2 is my upstairs, my hallway, and my bedroom, and my art/guest room. And I hope you will enjoy. And this is where we start the part 2 of my house tour. My hallway with the stairs going up. I have these ugly floors in the hallway and in the kitchen, and some days these will be black and white, I think checkerboard squares. So far they are ugly fake stones. I have already done the art tour, so I'll skip those, and I go to my bathroom door. And this sign, this brass sign, says ladies in Swedish, is I think the first thing that went up in my house. I bought it when I was just about to buy the house, so that went up the first thing I started moving in. I covered the door in old tea boxes, just glue them on. I used ordinary wallpaper glue, which was not the best choice because it didn't stick too well. Something stickier, something more heavy duty is to be recommended with the cardboard boxes. But I really like the patchwork of the boxes, or the patterns and labels, and I think they are really, really pretty, so why not do something with them. Inside here is the bathroom, and this is pretty much the only untouched room in the house. I actually love the vintage retro wallpaper. I would love to keep it, but it needs to be remade. See if you can see the wallpaper is coming off, and floor needs to be redone. And here I will also do tiles in black and white checkerboard, and I will do some kind of patterned wallpaper again. I have the tiniest shower you can imagine under the stairs, super tiny, not for tall people, and a polka dot shower curtain which goes with everything, and a sticker, Ministry of Magic. It needs replacing, it's coming undone. Here comes a cat, and this one I could. These are these so impractical, warm and hot taps. Super impractical. I have a new sink waiting to be installed the day I do the bathroom, and that is light blue, and I would love to find a light blue toilet seat as well. That would be lovely. So there I did some pearly bead artsy things when I was working in school years and years ago. Actually kind of like them. I did them in the 70s colors and patterns and such. Speaking vintage, even my towel is this too. Even my towels are vintage. These, however, are not, just prints. This is by I don't remember, and that's by Renee Note. Back to the hallway, and the eyesore of all cat owners. I am actually planning on doing some built-in, doing a sort of a plywood box on top with a hole in the ceiling and hinges in the front, and so I can put the box inside so it will look better. And on this side I have my clothes, and I try to keep it as sparse as I can, but this is winter in Sweden, which means 4 coats, lots of scarves and hats and mittens and such, lots of shoes. My favorite shoes needs some mending, needs some gluing, so I'm not using those unfortunately. In that bag at the bottom I have scarves and such, and in that basket I take it shopping, and in the summer I pick berries and such in it. And a little brass shelf and a pile of mittens and hats, and that overflowing basket is dog coats and dog sweaters, and that birch bark woven basket used to belong to my mother. She died when I was 9, so it is very, very precious. It has been on some shelf or another in my home for all of my life. I love it. And the door, and actually the wallpaper, it's also one of the few things that remains. This, when I came in, the first time I went into a house and there weren't lots of art and pictures. I saw this wallpaper and I thought, this is my house. And a few weeks later it was my house. I have painted the stairs and the panels, the woodworks, this dark green, matte dark green, and I have done the wallpaper on the stairs. I ran out of this floral wallpaper, so I had to do the green. And if I had been clever and checked it, I would have done it every other step, green and floral and green and floral. But this works too. We go upstairs, and this wall, this big wall, is one of the few white walls in my house, and I would love to wallpaper it, but I can only reach so far, and I'm afraid of heights, so I don't climb. This is also white, and I don't know if I would wallpaper it or paint it or leave it as is. This is my upper hallway. It has Alice's little window. She stands there and looks at the world and barks at whoever passes. A little dresser. I have some fabric in and some dog toys. And 2 monstera plants. This pot I have painted. See if you can see it up close. I have painted with layers of paint and pattern, and yeah, that was fun. And this is, it's called a Höganäs pot, Höganäs kruka. It's a very traditional Swedish pottery, and this is one of the biggest versions. And so you can see, I think that is actually an outdoors lamp or something, but I really like it. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, this wall, I would love to keep this going all over to this wall as well. So I will probably start doing it at the bottom and as far as I can reach, and see if I can get some help for the rest. I have wallpapered with old magazines. I have chosen illustrations and articles and ads that appeal to me. They are from the 30s and 40s and 50s. And I think they are gorgeous. This is actually the first thing, painting all the woodwork white and doing this wallpaper. I did this before I even owned the house. So yeah, you could say that I was a bit inspired and on a roll then. This rocking chair used to belong to my mother's father's father. You can see it's really worn from him sitting in it. The seat as well, you can see where he had his butt. And I would love to paint it black or something, but I won't. I will actually keep it as it is, with the marks from his hands and his butt. This teak cupboard. No, this teak closet. It's my linen closet. I have curtains and bed linen and such in here. I bought it for cheap on Facebook. It's really nice. And on top of here I have a couple of bras, one tray and a little display case, brass and glass and mirror. And as you might be able to tell, I do love me some bras. And as I said before, I have crystals all over the place. And I love perfume. I collect miniature perfume bottles. And you can't say that I collect bigger bottles, but I love perfume. This is my Christmas jewelry case. But this is my jewelry, the Christmas things. I really love those kind of kitschy things. And the lamp is thrifted. And here are some art that I have made, some miniature art. And we turn around, and here in this room, this is an old mirror without the mirror, it's just a frame. Here we have the bedroom. And most of the time I have these two here. Alice the poodle and Beppe the Norwegian forest cat. They often is here on the bed. And sometimes I have my other Norwegian forest cat here as well, Selma. So this is what you see when you come in. My bed is basically the only piece of furniture in here. In my last haul I was talking about covering the mattress. This is the bottom mattress in black and white striped, and then this is the second mattress, which will be covered in this fabric. And the plan is to do it before Christmas. Now I need to do some creative making the bed to cover that ugly mattress. The throw is actually old oh, look at the best friends. They're so cute. It's an old duvet and it is old and worn, and I have been patching it up. There are still some places that need patching up. And the duvet cover is the bedspread. The bedspread is actually a pair of bark cloth curtains from the 60s, I think. I sewed them together in the middle and they are the perfect bedspread. I made a bedspread from this fabric too. It was also a pair of curtains and it was enough left over to make a cushion. And the striped one with the poodle is the same fabric as on the mattress. And the sparkly poodle with sequins used to be a t-shirt, but I thought it would be perfect on a cushion. And the black with white cats used to be a dress that was too small, so I made a cushion cover out of that too. These little bedside tables were actually thrifted for free at the tip. The lamps are similar but not the same. And this alarm clock doesn't work, unfortunately. I've had it for so many years. I wish it did work still. But the cats have thrown it in the floor too many times. So I am on the hunt for a new alarm clock. This is an old pencil case, which I actually use to store bookmarks, because I always have books on the bedside table and everywhere else. And that's another brass bowl with more crystals. And I'm already showing you this. As you can see, I don't have the same wallpaper in the entire bedroom. I started with this one and hoped this one would go all the way around, but it doesn't. So then I did this one, and then I did this one, and ended up with this one. So I have 4 different kinds of blue medallion wallpaper in my bedroom, but I think it works actually pretty good. In my art room and guest room, I actually have even more medallion wallpaper, but green, which you will see in just a little while. On the other side of my bed is another bedside table, of course, with another lamp and a book. And this is my sort of curiosity shelf. I made this big pyramid shelf 2 years ago, I think it is. Not this summer, but the summer before. 1.5 years ago. And it is crooked, and it's yeah, crooked, it's the best word. But I made it all by myself, from out of my head. No description pattern or anything, with wood that I found out on my yard. So I am pretty proud. I have all kinds of stuff, old medicine, packaging, an old straight razor, bones, and art supply bottles, stones, and many things, and an old wing, and lots and stuff, feather, wasp nests. And if you want, I can do a proper tour of this. Just let me know. Comment down below. This is 1 out of 2 reindeer antlers. The other one is in the art room. This is from my mother's parents' house. I painted them white. Up there is an egg, painted egg. I think it's from Poland. My friend Audrey gave it to me. And this mobile is from the characters is from the Swedish movie Dunderklumpen or Thunderlamp. I'll see if I can link it in the description box. It was filmed in the town where I grew up. It came out the year I was born. The author and actor lived in a village outside the town. So this has been with me since maybe 94, 95 in every flat I have ever lived in, and it is often the first thing I put up. So this is very, very dear to me. In the window I have curtains from my stepmother's mother, my step-grandmother. I think they are from the 50s. The same curtains was in the same fabric was in the curtains in the kitchen too. And I have a collection of dream catchers. None of them very traditional. I love the bohemian bling bling beads and trim and such. Here comes Selma. She usually sits there in the window looking out. This gorgeous horse, giant horse, is about twice the size of the cat. Was actually a free find from the tip. Someone just got rid of it, and I am so glad they didn't throw it away. I love it so much. And here's a plant in a lovely, I think 60s, 70s planter. And another thrift find. This lamp, or actually the lampshade, is one of the most fantastic lampshades I've ever seen. And as I said, it was a thrift find for about €10 or just over $9. And on the dresser, which I got from a friend, I have 2 big piles of Molly Makes. I used to subscribe to the magazine. It's really good if you are of the creative sort. And then I have my button collection. I have buttons there and there and there, and not there. I love to buy these old birch bark boxes, and then I paint them inside. So there are these very traditional boxes with these bright colors inside. Let's see. Yeah, buttons and bright pink. And I think maybe this is buttons and bright green. So that is a fun, simple DIY. And this used to be silver, and I just spray painted it. This orangey red. And that is empty. It used to hold buttons, but it's empty now. And here is a brass flower pot with an odd brass lid, which holds my nail polish. And my old mirrors. Oh, before I finish in here, I have to show you. Don't mind the boxes and stuff. Look at this. There are drawers and stuff inside, and they are gorgeously made. So when I found this inside the top drawer, I fell in love with it. And I have my jewelry, most of my jewelry inside. I need to exchange the top shelf because it has been standing outside. It's all crooked, so I can't close the top drawer. Oh, I have this too. My wardrobe. I have wallpapered this as well with this patchwork kind of thing with pages from flora books with inspiration from Carl von Linné, who did this in his workroom. He covered the walls. And then there was the designer Josef Frank. He did a dresser covered in flora pages as well. This is my closet, and I actually wallpapered inside here as well. I think this was my first somewhat proper go at wallpapering, and I thought inside the closet was a good place to give it a first shot, because no one can see the mistakes but me, and I don't care. But I love the wallpaper. It's one of my favorites at home. So and up there I have lots of vintage curtains and bedspreads. Lots of vintage curtains and bedspreads up there. So this is my bedroom. And then finally the last room of my house and the last room of my house tour. Finally, this is my art room and my guest room, and most of the time it is my living room too, because I usually spend most of my time here and not in my actual living room. So a quick look around. As you may see, the walls are a bit of the more unusual wallpapering kind. I have collected all the green patterned retro wallpaper I can find, mostly medallion patterns, and I have cut them in squares and have done it patchwork style, which is a good way to use up the smallest pieces of wallpaper. Straight ahead when you come in, I have a mirror, and above my mirror I threw together a lamp because it was so dark in here. I need more lamps still. And another pair of antlers, reindeer antlers, that come from my mother's parents' house. And this is my desk, where I do all of my painting and arting and stuff. And as I have said in my last video, I do love me some quirky odd lamps. I don't know if you can see. They are flowers in water in the foot of this lamp, and it's super kitschy and I love it. And there is a cat, but that is Bosse. This is as I also showed you in my previous video from downstairs, this is a steel cube that I welded in welding class. and I crochet granny squares, and I covered the steel cube, and it is a very, very, very needy cat here, and one of these flower pots that I do love, and this lamp is just a lampshade skeleton and some cord. This curtain is from my stepmother's mother. At one point I think all the curtains, yes, when filming this tour, all of the curtains in all of my house are from my stepmother's mother. A couple of smaller shelves are housing art supplies, and this wallpaper, I think it's my favorite wallpaper in a long time, definitely my favorite in this room. It is, see it again, it is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And a pile of books, and a paper house which I've got in as a gift from an art friend. This house made of wood I made a few years ago for Christmas. The plan was to have it as for my nativity, but I actually like my house, so it is out all year around. And this is a project, since it's Christmas, lots of projects everywhere. This bowl is a yarn bowl. It was a friend from, it was a gift from my friend Audrey. It's made in Montreal, where she is from. So it is very dear to me. And oops, that was me falling over my table. This beautiful cupboard came with the house. I'd say it's from the 40s, and it houses a bunch of art and craft supplies. I try to keep it neat, but it is difficult to keep messy stuff neat. And this is one of these IKEA carts, IKEA trolleys that everyone has in the kitchen or in the art room or craft room, because it is such a clever piece of furniture. I have loaded mine with art supplies. And moving over here, it's a sofa, which is also a sofa bed, and it's really, really narrow, but it's really, really comfortable. And the lamp is from a thrift store, and I've painted it white years ago. The sofa is from Facebook. I have recently covered the seat with this beautiful fabric. I say it's from the 50s, maybe 60s, 50s. I think it looks really good in here. And I have some cushions. I don't know what it's called in rag cushions, maybe. And this one is made by my father's mother. She died when I was 3. I just recently got this, and I added the tassels to make it appear a little bigger, because it is really small. but that is also very near and dear to me. And here on a pile of throws is my Alice, my little poodle girl, with her head on another Ria cushion. Hi Alice! Oh, she's a cutie. Such a princess. And this I knitted from rag sock yarn scraps. And this is a ripple afghan I made. And this is an old duvet, I think is the term. And a chest that I have thrifted, two chests actually that I've thrifted. The top one houses my tarot collection, and in the bottom one I have yarn. The lamp is thrifted, the lamp base is thrifted, and I've spray painted it gold, and the shade is new. And this magazine holder is from my mother's parents' house. And here you can see more of the patchwork. I really like it. I was skeptical at first, I have to admit, but I really like it. This was actually my first project in my house, or one of my first projects. I turned this door opening into a shelf just by adding shelves on little brackets. Rather easy. Great project for a beginner with wood. And let's see if I can get more light. These past two Halloweens I have started somewhat of a Halloween tradition, making some kind of craft project. So last year I did the raven, this year I did the cat from Coraline. And I bought that Moroccan brass teapot at a thrift store. Bast, and the glass ram was also thrifted, as well as this tiny doll, which Alice ate her head. So I had to get creative, and now it's just the weirdest little creepy doll. And this angel chime, I think they're called. Swedish chimes, I think they're called, are usually bigger, and they have bells and angels, and with the heat from the candle they spin. See if they can start spinning. And this one with Moomin was a Christmas gift from a friend a few years ago. And these little houses, as well as the tree, was also gifts from friends, from art friends. This gorgeous art doll, made by Raven Jansson, I will link her below, was a Christmas gift last year from a friend. And this sculpture that way was also a gift from an art friend, the same one who made the paper house. And a crystal, lo and behold, a crystal. and a little thrifted lamp, and an Easter egg, which is around all year. Was also a present from a friend, but it held a bunch of pick and mix candy, which is my favorite. And this is my collection of feathers found and gifted. I have, this one is from a crane, and I think this one is from a goose, and it came all the way from Canada or the United States, I don't remember. And I think maybe that one is from an eagle. I know I have an eagle feather here. Maybe that's an eagle. And a sheep skull, which I found through Facebook. And some more crystals. And on my table, the table is also, I think it's thrifted, or if it was Facebook. And it's always a mess. Obviously now I have cleared the mess. And I love, as I said just now, I love finding little boxes and such. I have painted this one black inside. I think this is so beautiful with the quilts. And this very simple leather box is actually one of my favorite boxes. And I just keep cords and sewing stuff. And this ceramic pot is actually a wooden box painted blue inside on top of the pot. And now it looks like one piece. And this is a scented candle from the dollar store. And because it's from the dollar store, it was cheap. It's what, like 75 cents or something. Oops. And I can say it's some kind of Christmas scented candle. Spicy and yummy. Oops. And then I have a wood stove here as well. This one doesn't work. I have to connect it to the chimney. And someday I will probably do that, but today is not that day. And I have just decorated it with some branches in an old vase from my mother's parents, an old thrifted tablecloth, a pumpkin bought after Halloween, and a candlelight holder, tea light holder from Swedish shop Indiska. And I bought that for Christmas a few years ago, and it's out all year because it is beautiful. And I have started to cover the white tiles with decor plastic. What's the word? Plastic adhesive sticker decals. Yeah. So the plan is to cover all of it, but I have run out of the decals. And up here I have a dream catcher which I made. It used to be on my front door, but I put it up here last fall, and it is last autumn, last fall, and it has remained here, and I think it works. And yeah, this lamp I think was a Facebook find. quite a few years ago. I think it's rather pretty and rather dusty. But here it is. My art room. Yeah, that is my... you could say it's a walk-in closet. You could also say that it is a mess. I have shoes and clothes and such. It's so tiny. And I have Christmas decor and I have stuff, and I hate it when it's messy, but it's the best that I can do. But yeah, and look what is waiting to come out and play. I will start to decorate the tree just when I have finished this and said goodbye. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching, sticking around for this entire time. I know I have a problem. I do talk a lot, but I want to share pretty much everything, and I have still didn't do that. I still skipped over lots of stuff. So if you want to see anything more up close, if you want to see any of my collections, they are quite a few. If you want to see tour my bookcases, if you want to see anything else more up close, just let me know. Just leave a comment. And yeah, they cost totally, wallpapering and painting, almost all my house, not the hallway wallpaper, because that was already in the house when I moved in. But the rest I spent about, not even 300 euro, or about $350 US. So it was really a frugal, thrifty budget project. I thrifted a lot of the wallpaper. I bought cheapy paint for the kitchen. I for the upper hallway I used old magazines. For the bedroom closet I used old books, and the magazines and the books were thrift finds for just a couple of dollars, a couple of euros. So you can do home decor on the cheap. You can do it special and personal and unique, and you don't have to settling for thrift find. You say settling for thrift finds doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be settling for whatever you can find. Actually, my best thrift tip is to take your time. Let decorating take its time, and wait to find things that you actually really like. And also, if you are like me and you change your mind and change your style and change your taste, maybe a bit too often, instead of getting rid of the old stuff and getting new stuff or used new stuff, see what you can do with what you already have. A lot of the things I have are things that I have painted or wallpapered or remade, so it works in this new environment as well as it did work in my house before I made it over 2 years ago. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you will be back. I hope I will be back soon. As I said, I plan a Christmas house tour that will not be this long, I hope. and have a good weekend. Have a merry, jolly holiday, and I will see you soon. Take care and goodbye.
Zooby, zooby,